Alright, so when we use the method of partial fractions, we're taking a fraction with a product for the denominator and splitting it up into two fractions with unknown numerators where the denominators are the products, the factors in the original product. Let's look at how we do that. I know that when I combine these two, when I find my common denominator, my numerator for this one is going to be a times x minus 4. And my numerator for this one is going to be b times 3x plus 2. And the problem tells me that the total numerator is going to be 7x. And I'm going to go ahead and put plus 0 because I want to have x terms and constants. And I'm going to go ahead and put plus 0. You don't have to, but it'll make what we do in a minute easier. So when I distribute this, I have a times x minus, and we like to put our coefficients first, 4a, we'll put the coefficient, the number first, 3b times x, and 2b, and the problem gave me that equals 7x plus 0. So now we're going to do a little trick called equating coefficients. I'm going to put my x terms equal to my x terms. So I have a x's, I have 3b x's equals 7 x's. I'm going to equate my constants. I have minus 4a plus 2b equals 0. And so we've taken this pair of fractions up here and turned it into one of your top 12 problems that you know how to solve. Let's do another one. I'm going to divide this into two fractions whose denominators are x minus 1 and 2x plus 1. And when I find a common denominator over here, I'm going to have a times 2x minus 1 plus b times x minus 1, and it's going to equal 3. Remember, I multiplied everything by this, and over here the x minus 1 canceled out, so I had a times that. Over here the 2x minus 1 canceled out, so I had b times that. And over here they all canceled out, so it equaled 3. Alright, distributing, I have putting your coefficient first, 2ax minus a plus bx minus 1b equals 0x plus 3. Remember, I'm going to write it in terms of some number of x's plus some constant. Equating coefficients, for my x terms, I have 2a plus b equals 0. For my constant terms, I have negative a minus b equals 3. And there you have your top 12 problem you know how to solve. B is going to zero out and makes it real easy to find a. So let's take another one. I'm going to split this fraction up into two fractions where the denominators are x minus 1 and x plus 1. And my numerator when I get finished has to be negative x minus 7. So I'm going to call my numerators now a and b. And when I find my common denominator, I have a times x plus 1 plus b times x minus 1, and the problem tells me it equals negative x minus 7. Distributing that, I have ax plus 1a plus bx minus 1b and equating coefficients, we have ax's and bx's equals negative 1x's, and 1a minus 1b equals negative 7. And once again, you have a top 10 problem, and I think the b's are already ready to go. Let's try one more. I'm going to split them into fractions having a over 3x plus b over x minus 2, and my numerator when I get finished is going to be 0x's plus 6. Remember how we found our common denominator? My numerator is going to be a times x minus 2 plus b times 3x, and my numerator is also going to be 0x plus 6, ax minus 2a plus 3bx equals 0x plus 6. Equating coefficients, I have a and 3b equals 0. That's for my x terms. And I have negative 2a and nothing else equals 6. And you can see from this that a is pretty easy to figure out right there. And once you know a, you can plug it in and find out what b is. Good luck, and I hope that helps you on your homework.